So the human brain and body thrives when we allow it to rest. I want you to keep that in mind as I share with you, why I ended up taking a sabbatical this year. Now, I think for many of us, 2020 was a really stressful year. There's a lot of uncertainty, just this pandemic. So there's a lot of reasons why I was pretty stressed out in 2020. But one of the things that I was really processing in 2020 was I just felt this stir inside my body, inside my mind and my soul, that I wanted to make a bigger impact, helping people really transform their health, or I wanted to really inspire people to make these actionable changes to improve their overall health. And and I didn't know what that meant, so what I ended up doing in 2020 was I sort of doubled down on working hard. I ended up working a lot longer hours, and I wanted to just help people, as many people one-on-one, as much as I could. And what I also did was I took on a couple of different projects. So I was really busy in 2020. And one of the projects that I took on was to teach my first online course, and it was a stress resilience course. Now, that was a lot of work, but in one of those modules, I was teaching about a little bit of a bit of history about keeping the Sabbath. And I was teaching about some Jewish history, and also in my Christian faith, the concept of Sabbath is to take a day of rest. Rest because God rested. And as I was teaching about this concept, I was reminded that when I was in university, I was really busy at that time. When I was in medical school, I was really busy. I had a really good rhythm. I would work and study for 6 days, but on Sunday, I would always take it off. I would do something that I enjoy. I would hang out with some friends. And even if I had an exam on Monday morning, I would still take Sunday completely off. It just forced me to be more efficient with my time and just plan my schedule a lot better. And as I was thinking back at that, I was teaching that module, I realized that, wow, in 2020, I was incredibly busy. I did not rest. I just doubled down on my efforts to work harder. And that just caught up to me. And I think it was, I wouldn't say that I was burning out, but I realized that what I was doing was, not going to be healthy long term. And it was definitely not sustainable. And I started seeing some early signs of the stress really impacting my mental health. I'm not normally a person that has anxiety, but I remember having some difficulty sleeping, worrying about things, overthinking things. So I started seeing that. And so this concept, or this idea that I said very early on, where the human body and the brain, it really thrives when you can allow it to rest. That was something that really kind of resonated with me. So when it came to December, when I had my 2 weeks off, that's when I realized, during my time off, I realized how overwhelmed I was, like how busy I was in 2020. And then as I was thinking about 2021, I didn't want to repeat that same thing in 2021, where I just felt like I was juggling so many different things. So that idea of Sabbath, or taking a sabbatical, came back to my mind. And after some consultation with some mentors and some friends, it made a lot of sense for me to just pause, just to take a little bit of a mental and physical break. And in doing so, I can honestly say that was probably one of the best decisions I've made in a really, really long time. The best words I can describe how I feel right now is this kind of rejuvenation. I feel relaxed. I feel like I have this, positive energy, this joy, and that's something that I haven't felt in a long, long time. And so maybe to share with you some of the things that I did during my break. And as I was kind of preparing for this video, I was brainstorming, and I have a lot that I learned that I did during this break. But just to summarize it, there's kind of 3 things that I really focused on. One is to pause, one is to ponder, and one is to play. And so those are the 3 words that I used a lot in my course: to pause, ponder, and play. And what I did to pause, I took a few solo retreats up to the mountains where I had a chance to just be off the grid, just disconnect, so I can just process things. I can meditate and breathe and pray, and that was awesome. Just pausing, and not just for like 1 or 2 days, but I had a chance to do this like for several weeks there. The next I did was ponder, and this active brain of mine, I had a chance to just plan and reflect and think back at what I accomplished, and think about what else I'm excited for. And I read a ton of books. I did a lot of journaling, and I had a chance to nerd out and geek out on a lot of the medical stuff that I really wanted to further study. So I had a lot of time to ponder all of that. And lastly, I played. I had a lot of fun on my sabbatical. I did a lot of different workouts. I tried a lot of different things. You probably saw the handstand that I did. Yeah, I was playing around with my daughter. We were playing a lot of pickleball. I did some skiing. So it was a really great time for me to just have some fun again. And that was an important core value that I sort of forgot in 2020. So the laughter and the play, that's something that I just, I just kind of sparked that again in my life. So as I said earlier, I have a lot of different insights that I learned about health and about finding ways to just help people. I want to inspire people to achieve like a much better level of health than they are at right now. So what I've decided to do is to form a Facebook group and to share a lot of these videos in that group. This is brand new to me, doing it this way. So I invite you to kind of join me on this journey, and come be one of the early people that will into this community. And I'd love to just share with you just my thoughts, my insights, a lot of things that I'm learning. So and I recognize that for some of you it's not possible to take this like 3-month break, and I recognize that, but I think there's a lot of things that I could share with you that just really helps you to do these micro rests, or to boost up your energy naturally. So there's a lot of things that I want to share with you. So I invite you to join my Facebook group, and if you have family and friends that would benefit from what I want to share, it's going to be free. And I invite you to come along with me on this journey. I'll look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group. Thanks.